Hi, this is Dawn of StampTillDawn.com, and yesterday I did my Halloween workshop, and this is one of the projects that we made. You can see it kind of looks like a little book card. See the different dimension. And the neat thing about this is it helps you to add some dimension to your card. So we used the rub-ons, and we put rub-ons like spider web and the candelabra back here. And then if you can see in there, we tucked different little items into the different crevices in here to create some dimension in our card. And my customers love the project, but they asked me to make a video so that they could remember how to do it again in the future. So I aim to please, so here we are. So the first thing you do is you decide what size you want to make your card, and you can do it any size that you want. I made this one 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it's kind of like a standard card. And so when I cut my pieces, I made my pieces 4 1/4 by 4 inches, 5 1/2 by 4 inches. So they start out looking like this, and then we scored them. So let me just pull my scoring board out here. This is the Martha Stewart one. I love this because it's got so many great measurements on it, and it has your little tool tucked right in here. I added this dark line in here for a different project where I needed to score on the points, and so that way having the line helped me to do that. But anyways, so I have my piece here. This is the 4 1/4 by 4 inch one. So I have it so that it's laying 4 inches across here because I'm going to score it every 1/2 inch. So you just lay it on here, and this is what I love about the scoring board is I don't have to pick up and move my blade or anything like you do when you use your paper trimmer, which is great, but this is fun when you're doing big projects or you're doing a lot of them. So I scored it every 4 inches, and then I'm going to accordion fold it back and forth. Not very exciting to watch, but anyway, so once you get it folded, then I like to take my bone folder, and this is the scoring tool that came with it. This is the Close to My Heart bone folder. I like to take the bone folder and go on here and get really good crisp folds, and that just really helps your pieces to go together faster whenever you're doing anything where you have to score things. The bone folder just makes it nice and crisp. So here's what my pieces look like. So here's my card. I have a 4 1/4 by 4 for the tops and the bottom, and then I have my pieces for the side here that we're going to fit together to make this box. So you take and you just kind of feed them together. So just I'm going to start with this open flap here and stick it right in the first opening, and then just keep following along, and it just fits right together. And then you're going to take your liquid glass. I particularly like using liquid glass because it's multi-use. I like to, only have a few tools in my basket that I use all the time. So liquid glass is one of those things that I can use for a lot of different things. So it makes up for its weight in my little bag of tricks. Okay. Now when you go to do the next side, my flap, it's going to be hard for you to see this on the video, but my flap is on top right here. So when I do the next side, I want to make sure I do the same thing so that it looks even and the same all the way around. So this time, this flap is going to be the top one here so that it matches the other side. And then I'll just feed all my pieces in here. Push it in tight, and then add my liquid glass. Just realized there's a price tag on the bottom of my liquid glass. It's pretty funny. Okay, so you got your two sides. And I'll just show you how the last piece fits in, but I won't sit here and glue it and everything for you. So my flaps are on top here on the sides. So I want to do the same thing here. So I'm going to make sure this flap is on top, stick my next little flap inside, and just feed it all the way across. The only time I seem to have a hard time about it is if I spend too much time thinking about it. If I let the paper just kind of go where it wants to go, it seems to work pretty well. Feed those in there. And you can add your glue. So when I'm looking at it, the side pieces, the flaps are on top on both ends, and those are tucked in. The other side, it's going to be a little bit different. Okay, and then you have your frame. So you can adapt this to any shape or size. If you want it to have more folds here, then the portion where I did 4 inches, you would just do larger. So if you wanted it to be 5 inches or 6 inches, it would be wider this way. If you want it to be wider this direction, then you would change where you score it. I scored it at every 1/2 inch. So you could do 3/4 inches or 1 inch. And you can just adapt it to whatever look you're going for. To make the portion that goes outside, the cover up here, you know this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then you have to add a little bit for the spine to cover where, so I kind of just took it and kind of measured it, and I'm like, oh, it takes up about 1/2 inch. So I added a 1/2 inch, and then you want to add like another 1/8 of an inch so that it extends past your little box here. So you'll just have to, depending on what card you make, you'll just kind of do it. So you can kind of lay it on here and go, oh, it takes another 1/2 inch. And then, okay, so it goes out here to about 9 1/4, so maybe make it 9 1/2 inches. And just adjust it. I hope this helps you come up with some wonderful creations. Be sure to share them with me. Have a great day.